Congratulations, man. You're married. It's awesome. And I want to apologize that I wasn't there for your lovely reception wedding thing. You can thank Jesse Davis for that one. You can probably egg his house. I will join you. But yeah, I wanted to say congratulations. And since I couldn't make it to your reception thing at the Strombergs, I just wanted to make a video for you. And since I know you and pretty much everyone else who comes over love my mom's rice and my dad's rice recipe, I decided I'd make a video for you showing you how to make that. Anyways, just wanted you to know as well as it's going, I have never made or edited a video before, really. So we'll see how the transitions go between this. 1. Okay, Taylor, here we go. So, first ingredient section. In order to make our lovely Chichazon style rice, you're going to need, number 1, first and foremost, a rice cooker. Duh. I recommend the Black & Decker if you don't have one. Any rice cooker will work. I mean, honestly, any rice cooker is going to be fine. I recommend the Black & Decker rice cooker because it's $15.99 from Macy's, and it works great. And this non-stick pan works a lot better than some of the other pans to make that crispy part at the bottom of the rice, the tarik. Next thing you'll need is rice. Also duh. Any kind of Basmati rice, or Basmati, as the white people call it. I don't really know why I said that. I'm pretty white too. But Trader Joe's Basmati works. Pretty much any kind of long grain Basmati rice works. You'll need salt. You'll need some butter. I don't recommend margarine. I mean, it probably tastes the same. I just think butter tastes better. Saffron you're going to need. That's the expensive one. Not really sure where to buy that, to be completely honest. My mom always gets it for me. So maybe I'll put in the comment section a good place to buy it. If not, ask my mom. I'll give you her phone number. You'll need measuring cup. And, oh, forgot oil. Vegetable oil. I know that sounds like a weird combo, but trust me, it all works. Oh, final thing. This thing. I don't really know what it's called. We'll just call it the Mickey Mouse. I don't know, that's what my dad always says. You know, the Mickey Mouse that does the fluffle thingy, the Mickey Mouse. That was the worst impression of my dad ever. So yeah, that's all the ingredients that you'll need. On to step number 1. First thing, add whatever rice quantity you desire to the rice pot. I, in this, have 2 cups of rice. That's a lot of rice, to be completely honest. But I just wanted to make a bigger portion also because I'm going to eat it for leftovers. Rice is super easy to reheat. And just because it'll show better in all the instructions. I recommend usually for 2, maybe 1.5 cups. I think is more than sufficient. But it's up to you, depending on your appetite. So yeah, 2 cups of basmati. You're going to wash it. This is the key. Don't forget to wash. Everyone always gets home. You want to make the rice, you're like, I don't need to wash it. I don't need to rinse it off. The water's going to be fine. I mean, the rice is going to be fine. Who cares? It's going to taste like poop. I'm telling you right now. Okay? Wash the rice. Oh, and make sure to wash your hands before you wash the rice. I did. They're beautiful. So, wash the rice. I don't really know how I could be any more. Just kind of move your hands around, kind of squeeze it a little bit. I don't know if this is going to show up in the video. Let's see if I'll do a close-up, So you see, let's see if we can do this. You can see this. Hopefully you can. See how it's all like murky? That's all the starch, I believe. I don't know. All of these instructions are coming from my dad, so I don't really know the actual science that's involved with any of this, or if it's actually starch, or what the actual white part is on top. But yeah, so anyway, so you're going to rinse it out with water. And put some more. I'm hoping you can hear over the water sound in the background. Just going to rinse out the water. Do another round. I recommend washing the rice at least, 3-4 times like this, where you fill it up with water, kind of muddle your hands around, squeeze it a little bit, get the starchy Mickey Mouse, get all that stuff out there. Yeah, this is pretty starchy. And the more rice you have, the more you'll have to wash it. So this is, again, it's tedious part. I know you don't want to do it because when you get home you're super hungry, but trust me, the more you wash the starch off, the better it's going to taste in the end. That's the key. You can't just stick rice in the rice cooker without cleaning the rice. So I've rinsed the rice. You can see how it's really clear. It's like Crater Lake. So now the key, a lot of recipes will say the exact amount of water. I don't like that because the amount of rice never changes, and plus Persian style, they never use actual like amounts. They kind of just use estimates, which is why my dad's system of communication doesn't use exact numbers. It uses, the Mickey Mouse, a little bit, a little fluffle. So yeah, so what I recommend is once you've cleaned the rice, rinsed it a bunch, you're going to fill it up with water. No matter how much rice, if you put half a cup of rice, if you put 3 cups of rice, 4 cups of rice, whatever, just because it's going to distribute itself evenly on the bottom of the rice cooker anyway. Fill it up just under 1 knuckle. So see, just under a knuckle. I don't know if you can see that. I mean, maybe if you're, I don't know what the size of your knuckles are. If you're like Taylor Lujan size knuckles, I guess I would do a little more than a knuckle. If you're Tim Dundon size, I would probably go 3/4 of a knuckle. But pretty much around that. It's not an exact estimate. You can cook the rice longer if you put too much water in. If you don't put enough water in, it's just going to be a little bit drier. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, so I got the knuckle of rice. Now we're ready to add the secret ingredients. And by secret ingredients, I mean water and for salt and oil. So, first things first is oil. Just put, I don't know, a little dab. Yeah, there we go. Maybe a little more. Got a little oil in there. Again, don't know the exact amount. Just kind of estimating it. You kind of figure this out as you make the rice more and more. But the oil really gives it, I don't know, it just tastes better. Next thing, don't skip on this. Make sure to put some salt in here. Salt will A, help the rice boil quicker, and B, it'll add a little flavor. I recommend being safe with the salt, just because you don't want to oversalt it. I know some people, like my brother and I, like more salt, some people like less salt. I almost forgot. This is another key ingredient. Lemon juice. Add about a teaspoon of lemon juice. Ooh, a little more than a teaspoon. It'll be okay. Again, it's boiling water. It'll all be diluted anyway. But the lemon juice just helps the rice retain color. So yeah, that's pretty much everything into the first part of the rice. That's the bulk of it. So once it's all in, plug it in. Rice cooker on. Lid on. You hit cook. You set it. And forget it! Also, very, very quickly, while the rice is cooking, I wanted to quickly show you how to make that yogurt cucumbery, salty, minty thing that my parents always make. That's really good. It's very easy. Just get yogurt, any kind of yogurt that is plain. Put it in a bowl. Peel a cucumber. I recommend the bigger cucumbers. And then take a cheese grater and grate the cucumber. I can't really hold this and do it, but grate the cucumber over the yogurt. Mix it in. Mix a little salt in there. I almost forgot. And some mint in the mix as well. And you've got yourself that cucumber dish. Also, for anyone else who's watching this, if you could put in the comments or just text me or tell me, how do you peel a cucumber properly? Because I've tried peeling a cucumber and I feel like I'm wasting like 20 to 25% of this cucumber. Anyways, so if anyone knows, if there's some secret, I'm too lazy to Google it, that would be lovely. So yeah, once you got those grated cucumbers in there, I added some salt, I added some mint. I don't know where I put the mint. But yeah, Then just kind of mix it all up, and you've got the special yogurt sauce. I also recommend it with kebabs in addition to rice. Okay, Taylor, the rice cooker just went from cooked to warm, which means that the rice is done for round 1. It's another sucker play. You never want to have the rice just after 1 round. It's not completely ready yet. So what we're going to do, before we hit cook again, I took about 2 teaspoons of butter. This is 2 teaspoons for 2 cups. I would probably put of rice. I'd probably put a little less butter if you're cooking less rice than that. Here's the key. So add just a tiny bit, like a pinch of saffron. See that? Just like a little pinch. It's going to add that lovely yellow color to it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to add a teaspoon of water, a couple teaspoons, probably like 5 teaspoons of water to that. I'm going to microwave it for about 30 seconds until the butter's melted. I forgot something important, Taylor. Make sure that when you microwave the butter that you put a paper towel on top before you microwave. Because if not, your microwave gets very messy like that because the butter boils and gets everywhere. So yeah, now that the butter is melted, I'm going to take the Mickey Mouse. I'm going to stir around a little butter, water, saffron combo. Okay. I'm going to just drizzle it right over the top. Doesn't this look tasty? Excuse me, we're good. We're okay. Just a little cough attack. So, butter's drizzled on top, saffron mixed in. Now, this is the key. Again, I know I've said this is the key about 50 times, but this is important. So this is my dad's term, not mine. You need to fluffle the rice. So essentially what you're going to do is you're going to separate out the rice because the rice is all clumped together. It kind of gives it that airy taste that we have. So the key is, and make sure not to touch the bottom of the rice cooker because we want to keep that tahdig, the crispy part on. So you kind of take the rice and then you kind of like sift it. Let's see if I can get this. Yeah, let's see here. Wish I could set the phone down. See how I'm kind of sifting it? Anyways, well, yeah. Also, take a little scoop of rice, put it back in that cup or bowl or whatever you use. Stir that up and then add it back in. Make sure that we pick up all the saffron. But yeah, now that that's all fluffed, what I'm going to do is put the lid back on and then hit cook again. This is going to give it even more of that crispy yumminess on the bottom of it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So hit cook again. It's number 2. Look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? So you can usually stop here unless you like the tahdig, the crispy part, super crispy, which I do. So I'm going to hold down cook again. I'm going to cook for the 3rd time. Okay, Taylor, I probably should have shown you how to do this, but I didn't really have a good setup. Essentially, I was done. Took this, that's really hot. Used a oven mitt and grabbed the rice cooker thing and flipped it right on flipped it right on this plate. And there you go. Look at that beautiful rice. So now you can make this anytime. Again, 3 big keys. Number 1, wash the rice. Wash it a lot. Number 2, use oil. Use butter. It makes it taste better. Trust me. And number 3, make sure to use the Mickey Mouse to fluffle the rice. And it will be delicious. So yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it, Taylor. Now you're a pro. You can make this rice anytime. Again, I'm so happy for you. I'm very sorry I couldn't make it, but now you have this great recipe to go. And I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful marriage. And honestly, don't let anything happen because I can't make another video like this again. Rice is pretty much all I can cook really well of my parents' food. So yeah. And Taylor, just for you, let me do a Bill Cosby impression. Razzle, frazzle, dazzle, razzle, dazzle.